You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. You should take the approach that you're wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars. Just hopefully not at the point of impact. If you need inspiration, don't do it. No, I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. Constantly seek criticism. A well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. It is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I take the position that I'm always to some degree wrong, and the aspiration is to be less wrong. I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better. My children didn't choose to be born, I chose to have children. They owe me nothing, I owe them everything. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then probability will occur. I was raised by books, and then my parents. The only thing that makes sense to do is strive for greater collective enlightenment. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Every person in your company is a vector. Your progress is determined by the sum of all vectors. Education is basically downloading data and algorithms into your brain. There have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? Buy and hold stock in companies where you love the product roadmap, sell where you don't. One of the really tough things is figuring out what questions to ask. Once you figure out the question, then the answer is relatively easy. If you buy a ticket to hell, it isn't fair to blame hell. When I was a child, there's one thing I said: I never want to be alone. That's what I would say. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness, to make sure it continues into the future. Life needs to be more than just solving problems every day. You need to wake up and be excited about the future. Science is discovering the essential truths about what exists in the universe. Engineering is about creating things that never existed. When I was a little kid, I was really scared of the dark. But then I came to understand, dark just means the absence of photons in the visible wavelength 400 to 700 nanometers. Then I thought, well, it's really silly to be afraid of a lack of photons. Then I wasn't afraid of the dark anymore after that. With automation comes abundance.